A nightmare came to life today in Northern California.
I didn't have any warning. It was just like it was a flash fire.
In mere moments, life changed.
Your house?
It's gone. All gone. Up here, it's ash. I don't even recognize it.
It's just all gone. Good evening. I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's top story is a fire called the Cache Fire that ripped through Clear Lake just hours ago, destroying homes. While the worst is over now, that fire is actually still burning.
Yeah, Sky 7 is over the scene right now. You can see the destruction there on the ground. But we are not seeing the huge plumes of smoke and raging flames from just a few hours ago. We're told 50 to 60 homes burned down. You see them all there. You can see all that red fire retardant as well. Crews just really got on top of this fire, thankfully. But again, 50 to 60 homes were lost, and people have had to evacuate because of this fire, which covers 75 acres on the border of Lower Lake and Clear Lake.
Now, this map of evacuation zones is updating in real time, so it's current. The red zones are for evacuation orders. That's where you have to leave, no choice. The yellow zones are evacuation warnings, not mandatory that you leave, but certainly recommended.
We have team coverage on both the firefight and the conditions with ABC 7 News weather anchor Spencer Christian and ABC 7 News reporter Wayne Friedman. Wayne, let's begin with you and what it's like now in Clear Lake.
Well, it's quieter than it was, but it's certainly not quiet by normal standards. Live in Lake County, Wayne Friedman, ABC 7 News.
And well, we certainly feel terribly for Todd and all the other residents. Wish them the best. Thank you, Wayne, very much.
There are some power outages in the Clear Lake area because of the fire, but they have improved. You can see the orange and yellow sections that are on this PG&E map. That shows where the power is out. Those areas are smaller than they were earlier. The purple sections indicate a public safety power shutoff, where PG&E intentionally turned off the power to reduce the risk of wildfires.
Now, just hours ago, we spoke live with State Senator Mike McGuire, whose district includes Lake County. He pointed out that today's fire was different than usual.
This fire, the Cache Fire, was very unique. What we've seen in the past with Lake County is fires have started in more remote, unincorporated regions and burned into communities. With the Cache Fire, what happened was the fire started in the community, the incorporated community of Clear Lake. And because it's tinderbox conditions, the brush, the vegetation is so dry, and because we had 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts, the fire spread incredibly quickly, as your reporter Wayne Friedman had reported.
Firefighters had a convenient water source today. Clear Lake is the largest natural freshwater lake in the state. The water level is extremely low, though, because of the drought. However, there was still enough. We spoke to Lake County Sheriff about it.
It does have plenty of water in it for these efforts. So our aircraft are flying over, our helicopters are flying over and dipping their buckets in there and pulling in water from that area. We've got some larger air tankers that are flying out to the various Air Force bases or airports to load up with the retardant that they're dropping here. So we're in okay shape as far as that goes.
They just worked so quickly. And check out what it looks like from the air. This was the tail cam view from Sky 7 a few hours ago. You can see how much smoke there is in the air. And at one point, our pilot wasn't sure that they would be able to fly in these conditions, but they are able to. And we're giving you a live view now from Sky 7. Again, it's just hard to see. That whole center area just burned. You can see the fire retardant there, but those are just homes, people's lives destroyed just so quickly. Of course, firefighters are going to be out there for some time as they keep those hot spots to a minimum and start the cleanup.
Yeah, 50 to 60 mobile homes there destroyed, sadly. The smoke from this fire and others can be seen and smelled all around the Bay Area. You've noticed it, no doubt. Check out these live pictures showing the North Bay, the East Bay right in the center, and then the South Bay on your right. No one has blue sky tonight. And check out the view from Mount Sutro over San Francisco. A lot of haze, lots of smoke. Looks more like Los Angeles, doesn't it, than San Francisco. All right, let's bring in ABC 7 News weather anchor Spencer Christian.
Yeah, Spencer, how's our air quality? I mean, the picture basically explains
it. It's in decline, as you might imagine.
We want to get back to that breaking news. It's happening in San Anselmo. Sky 7 is live over Tamalpais Avenue, where there is a bear up in a tree. We saw it quite clearly. ABC 7 News anchor Liz Kreutz is there live with the latest. Liz, you've been hanging out with the families who are watching this all unfold at dinner time.
They really are. It is quite the scene here, and you can hear that behind me, that sound. That is Central Marin Police in the backyard of the home where the bear is, banging pots and pans because they are trying to stop the bear from actually coming down. They're waiting for Fish and Wildlife to get here, and they do not want the bear to come down because then they have to deal with what happens if the bear is actually on the ground in the backyard. There are folks around, and they have asked us if the bear does come all the way down for us to go inside. I'm going to turn this around and show you the video of the bear, and the bear has come a little bit down the tree since we last spoke, so stand by. Okay, so it's a little bright with the sun, and you can hear, but the bear is right there in the tree, and I'm going to try and zoom in. I know the sun is there. Kind of right on it right now, so it's hard to see, but the bear is right there hanging out. And, you know, we did speak earlier to the homeowner of this house. His name's Larry. He had just come home from work, and he came home to all the commotion. Take a listen to what he had to say.
I was working downtown. My wife phoned me, about 4:30. and said there's supposed to be a bear in one of our trees and our backyard is filled with police and firemen. And I said, are you kidding? A bear in San Anselmo? I mean, that's, we don't even see a deer walk down the street.
Right across the street from our ABC 7 news station, shattered glass. It's strewn all across this parking lot, evidence of several car break-ins. Look at it. Smash and grabs are rampant in San Francisco, and reporting by the ABC 7 I-Team is making a difference in crimes like these. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Ama Dates.
I'm Larry Beal. Unfortunately, we see a lot of this around here. You're watching ABC 7 News at 6, live right here on ABC 7, Hulu Live, and wherever you stream.
Within the last few hours, multiple cars had their windows smashed at the parking lot along the Embarcadero by Green Street, right across from the ABC 7 News studio. Just check this out. We spotted police even from our building. One woman visiting with her family from Minnesota tells us they were warned when they parked that break-ins happen daily in this lot, but they took the risk. Well, they came back after visiting Alcatraz to find their windows smashed and luggage gone. Just in the nick of time, though, witnesses pointed out someone bicycling away with their 6-year-old son's suitcase. They got it back.
Just a lot of relief, and I'm glad somebody will be held accountable, hopefully.
Yeah, police were on the scene. They did detain a suspect. The family says this was their first vacation since the pandemic, but it will not deter them from visiting again.
Wouldn't let somebody ruin what San Francisco's great for. I mean, you've got bad everywhere, but gotta make it good.
Well, that family just the latest victims here, but this is a persistent problem for anybody who comes to San Francisco. Reporting by the ABC 7 News I-Team has prompted SFMTA to reinstate security contract at several high-volume parking garages. Our prior story exposed half of the security services were cut in areas that were experiencing a spike in crime. I-Team reporter Stephanie Sierra has been on this story over the past 2 months and has tonight's update.
You can see those flames are ever so close to that house right now, and that vegetation looks to be very dry, so it's likely going to spread pretty quickly. And again, the firefighters, winds right now, they're going to stay very gusty at least the next 4 to 5 hours in the Vallejo area. As you widen out the picture, see, there you go. You see those spot fires where there's one fire here, there's another fire in another direction, and that's likely because of the wind direction, and that smoke is pretty much parallel to the ground, indicating there's very strong winds right now. And there you see another area of smoke where we're likely seeing more embers, and there you can see someone who's likely the homeowner of that home right now looking over his back fence, seeing how far that fire is going to get to his house right now.
Looks like he's got his hose out there,
yeah,
too, trying to spray.
You can see that it just sort of climbed up that hill back to the backside of that house, and it's just lapping against the you see the chimney there, and it's just going up against that house. And you can see now, I mean, the flames were really intense, and they still are, but you can just see where it charred all of that vegetation, and now it's making its way a little bit to the right where there is still that green and more fuel to burn. And you can see that firefighter trying to get there right now and get the hose out there so they can work on that, because those are the most flames we have seen at this point. We've seen a lot of smoke, as you said, coming from different spots, different areas.